expected to see a city environment when you got there?
Yeah, but not. I gave them my passport, and they looked at my passport, was like, "This is not you."
What?
And
they're not letting you in the country.
And they're not letting me in the country.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
So that was day one.
That is crazy. Could you see yourself living here permanently?
I only if like. Morning. I am here at the Haile Grand Resort and Hotel in Addis Ababa. I'm meeting somebody for an interview in a few minutes, but I just wanted to get a quick tour in before I meet with her to show you guys around.
All right, guys, so here we are at the Grand Haile Resort in Addis Ababa. This was actually my first time at this particular location, although I have been to Haile's other resorts, or at least one other one, the one located in Adama. And I can say this for his resorts, he definitely maintains a high standard of quality and, somewhat luxury atmosphere. And you can see here, this particular hotel has quite a lot of steps to get up to the wellness center, which is the gym, the spa, and the pool. But on my way up, I could see that there was a beautiful view of the outside dining area where I believe they serve complimentary breakfast every morning for hotel guests. And when I first got there, I did see it. It was some fresh fruit and other hot meals like eggs and pancakes and some Ethiopian food. You can see here on the compound that it's very well maintained. The grass is cut by hand, as you just saw. Everything looks green and it is flowering beautifully, which means, they stay on top of the maintenance and the watering for this compound. And now that we have come up a little bit higher and we're getting closer to where the wellness center is, you'll be able to see a better view of the city here. In just a moment, I'm going to walk across to kind of give you guys a view of the city of Addis Ababa here. They put these flamingo statues there, but you can see it's quite a big hotel. They've got lots of rooms to stay in. Initially, I thought these were rooms as well, but these are massage rooms and other spa treatments, I guess. And you can walk out this direction and get a view of the city there. The day was a little bit, I guess, smoggy or foggy in the morning, so it wasn't a clear view, but in person you can see much more. Beautiful grounds here at the Haile Resort. They have seating area up on this higher level as well, where you can sit and enjoy a cup of coffee or just get some sun and fresh air. They do have some umbrellas up here as well if the sun gets too hot, too bright, to provide some shade. And I thought initially I could walk up this way to see the pool, and then I realized this was not the proper way to go, so I just turned back around to give you guys a clearer view of the swimming pool here. Again, there's more steps. I think it was constructed this way because of probably, the lack of land that's available in Addis. So they just put everything on a tiered level instead of like spread out. But here's the pool. It's really beautiful, big pool you can see there. And it also has plenty of seating.
Hey guys, I just toured the spa area. It's so beautiful. They didn't want me to film inside, so I couldn't get any views for you guys. But I would definitely recommend it. It's a top tier spa from the appearance, and a one-day package for the steam sauna, pool. What else do they have? A gym in there. I think that was the main amenities in the spa area, and that is 1,000 birr for a day. Very affordable, in my opinion. For a spa of this quality, that's a good price.
Okay, so I headed back inside because I realized I forgot to give you a tour of the inside of the hotel. It's a very nice lobby area, good size. They have concierge and a check-in desk at the front. 3 elevators here to the right, which is great because they're kind of small size, so it's good they have multiple. It looks like they had a bar and restaurant over there, but I did not go inside. Plenty of seating there for guests. And the food was good. I actually did eat breakfast, so.
Alright guys, I am here with Jasmine. I hope you enjoyed the quick tour I gave you of the hotel, and hopefully, maybe if we have time, if the room is clean, we can get a quick tour of the room as well. So we're gonna just do, you know, an informal conversation, a little interview with Jasmine here. So first question, are you Ethiopian?
No.
Okay. You do look kind of Ethiopian. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, African American, born in the U.S.
Okay, great. Same. If you guys have been watching for a while, you know I am also African American, married to an Ethiopian. All right, so what brought you to Ethiopia if you're not Ethiopian?
Yeah, so I got here about a couple days ago. My fiance is from Ethiopia.
Okay.
Born and raised for like 30 plus years.
Oh wow. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to share like how you guys met, or
Yeah,
we
sure.
can skip that if you don't want to divulge that information.
So yeah, long story short, we met on social media, like online,
Okay.
and we were just talking. We had, we share the same belief systems and stuff like that. And yeah, so we met on social media, and we've just been dating for like the past year.
Okay.
And we got engaged back in May in our trip to Dubai.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you met online and things are kind of flourishing. Now you're engaged to be married.
Mhm.
That's exciting. So I assume that you came to Ethiopia to meet up with him and spend some time here. Is this your first time in Ethiopia?
Yes.
What do you think? So wait, before we get into what do you think, what were your expectations of Ethiopia before you came? Did you have any expectations? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, today, I got here like 3-4 days ago now, and I would say my expectations are kind of like, it's like 50-50. I feel like the people at like the hotels and the restaurants are like very kind and welcoming.
I mean, before you got here, like, did you have
Okay.
any idea of what to expect when you got here?
Not really.
Okay.
Like, I heard that like Ethiopians are very kind, very welcoming. I don't want to get into that. I don't know. I had like like a little mishap at the airport. That was kind of weird.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay, but
so
yeah.
did you think like, did it meet your expectations in terms of development, or you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of what the media shows about Africa is that it's all of it is rural. There aren't very many cities. It's hot. Those kind of things.
Yeah, so it's actually a little windy, as you could probably
Yeah.
see. But no, I thought like it's very beautiful. Like the tall buildings, the lights on all the buildings, like the restaurants. Like I thought it was very modern and developed city.
Okay.
Of course, it has like its areas, but like there's like bike lanes. Like everybody's outside walking. I kept on saying like, wow, so many people walk here. It's like it reminds you of like New York, Chicago, like when everybody's like walking, trying to get somewhere. and then you look up, you see like the skyrise apartments and houses and the buildings. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what you expected. You expected to see a city environment when you got here.
Yeah, but not so clean though.
Okay.
Yeah, it is
That's
a lot
fair.
cleaner than I thought it would be.
All right, cool. So you kind of gave us like a little bit of what your expectation was, what the reality is once you got here. You said you went through the Bole area, so you saw like the lights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What do you think about the development that's happening in Addis Ababa?
I think it's nice. I'm not too sure like what it was before.
Okay.
Like if it's always been like this and if they like are just sprucing it up. But it does look like there's like a lot of new developments. But no, I think it's really nice, and I think like every like major city, like with Ethiopia or like Addis specifically, like where the African Union is, and like this is like the hub of like Africa as a continent. So like it makes sense that it would have like the development that it does.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I think it makes sense for Addis to be the way that it is now.
Yeah.
It wasn't always like this. It has come a long way pretty quickly, and you know, it still has some ways to go. But I think, like you described, like Addis Ababa and Ethiopia at large is kind of a center, a focal point for you know the rest of Africa. So very nice. Okay, so I want to hear about like your first interaction, like from the time you left the U.S. at the airport and got on the plane and arrived to Ethiopia. What was that like? Describe for us.
Yeah, so I'm coming from like the DMV area, so like DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And so the flight from there to here is nonstop. It's like 12, 13 hours.
Okay.
And flying Ethiopian Airlines. And I thought the flight experience was decent, straightforward. I would say my first mishap happened at the airport.
Uh-oh. What was that?
And I think partially it is my fault, but so like I've traveled like, you know, around the world several times, and like I've never had this happen, but I got to the airport, and you know, from the US to Ethiopia is visa on arrival.
Oh. Is that new? I thought they had online.
So you can do online.
Okay.
Or you can do like the visa on arrival.
Gotcha.
And so I opted to do the visa on arrival. It's like $60 US. And so I did not bring US dollars with me. I brought my ATM debit card and a credit card.
Okay.
And so thinking, or you could just do like pay with your phone. So pay with your phone. The US thinking just pay with my phone. Like,
right.
Or just use my credit. Like, so I get there. I already knew it was gonna be $60. So I'm in line. And but before I got there, I gave them my passport, and they looked at my passport, was like, "This is not you."
What?
Yes.
I've never had that Wait, that happened in Ethiopia?
Yes, on Saturday.
Wow.
They looked at my passport, they were like, "This is not you." And then the face that the lady made, she was like, "This is."
Oh my gosh.
And then she tapped her colleague. Was like, she took it. She was like. And then they started like, and then they passed it around the whole line of visa on arrival. And then it finally got to this guy. I was like, "Hey, this is me." And I was like, I just renewed my passport, because in the US, you have to renew your passport every 10 years.
Okay. Yeah,
and so mine expired March of 2025. And you can't travel if your passport's going to expire within 6 months.
Right.
So mine is at the 5-month mark. So I went ahead and went to like the passport place in DC, and they gave me a new passport, but I also still have my old passport. So thank God I brought my old passport with me. So I had that in my wallet. So they looked at it, they did not see any stamps in it, the new passport.
Right.
So they're like, and she looked at my picture, she's like, "This is not you." I was like, "Hey, I just renewed my passport.
Wow.
This is me." But he was like, "Do you have your old passport with you?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." Like, imagine
if you didn't.
Exactly.
Oh
so I brought out my old passport, and they have both my old passport and my new passport, and they're looking at it. He's looking at, "Oh, you've been here." He's looking at it. I was like, "Sir, I was 20 years old when I got that." I'm 29, and this one, I'm not gonna look the same.
Yeah, it's been almost 10 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look the same in my passport. And he was like, okay. And then so I had to go pay for the visa, and then that's the other thing happened. Did not have U.S. dollars.
Wow.
They don't take BUR for a visa on arrival.
Okay.
And so my fiance was outside waiting for me to pick me up. So I landed at like 7 a.m. Thank God he was there. He was there like at 5 a.m. Anxious waiting. and so he got there, and I called him. I'm like, they're not letting me in. And
they're not letting you in the country.
They're not letting me in the country.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
And I was like, so the thing is, at the visa place, they take U.S. dollars, Visa, or MasterCard. And so they don't take American Express, and they don't take pay on like with your phone.
Okay.
So I wasn't able to use any of my cards. And so I was like talking to people. I was like, hey, I can Zelle you right now. I can Apple Pay you right now. I can PayPal you right now, $60, $100.
Right.
Could you just pay $60 and I'll just Zelle you, Apple Pay, whatever, $100, whatever. And nobody was willing to do it. They probably thought I was a scammer. Like, I don't know.
Right, she's not going to send me money.
Or like, fraud, scam happens all the time.
Of course.
And so nobody did it. And then the manager from the back came out and was like, what's going on? I was telling him. So he was kind of like asking people, like, anybody want to, could she Zelle you? And they were just like, no. People know I don't have it. I just exchanged my U.S. dollars to BUR already. And so I was waiting there for about almost 2 hours. So my fiance, he was downstairs. I had told him. So he was like trying to make it into the airport because I'm at visa on arrival and he's at the pickup station. So he had to go park his car, and then he had to like get like a pass to get into the airport, like at the aviation thing. He had to pay for a pass to get in, and then he had to pay for someone. He had to tip somebody to escort him to visa on arrival. And
what a debacle!
And then thank God he had dollars on him, like U.S. dollars on him. So he ended up paying, and then got my stuff and he left.
Wow!
So that was day one.
That is crazy. So wait, I don't really understand. So they looked at your passport. They told you that you were not you.
Yes.
On your passport.
I was ready for questions.
Oh my god.
I was ready for ask me something.
Ask me my birthday, middle name.
When did I get this? Like something.
My confusion is like, what did they think you were trying to do? Like, were you trying to enter legally or immigrate to Ethiopia? Like,
And I only
why did you come to Ethiopia on a fake U.S. passport? Like, it's not like you were trying to leave to the U.S. On a U.S. passport. Like, then maybe they could be like, no, she's an Ethiopian. This passport is fraudulent. She's trying to leave on a fraudulent but like, you came in on a U.S. passport. That's so strange. Wow.
It was like the faces that those ladies were making. I was like, I had never experienced, like, not in South Africa, not in Europe.
It's the same passport.
It's the same, like the same picture,
Yeah.
I was like, it's me.
Wow.
No, sorry, it wasn't the same picture. My 20-year-old picture was something. Then my new passport was like me, like now as a 29-year-old woman.
Right.
So, and they're like, this is not you.
But you're saying on the previous passport, you never experienced any of that?
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's crazy. No. Wow. Did they? Okay, so you have a return ticket to the U.S. because
they didn't ask about that either.
They didn't ask you about that. So that was an issue that I shared on a previous video, that they tried to not let me leave the U.S. Because they were like, oh, you need a return ticket if you're flying on a U.S. passport. But probably because you already had a return ticket booked, it didn't like alert them on their system that something was wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because I did tell them that I was staying a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's crazy. Wow.
Yes.
What an experience. I would like that as a first impression is kind of a little bit jarring, but like
I almost started crying. I was like, dang. I was like, first I was like, I'm stuck here. I'm stuck in immigration. Like, because I was like, but there's nothing. In the U.S. you can like, come on, what I gotta do?
Exactly.
I gotta cash app you something like.
Right. There's always a way.
Yes, there's always a way.
Yeah.
You could call somebody, like,
Right.
especially, like, say, for example, if I, like, just didn't have any money, like, Mom, can you send me some money so I can pay these people?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it don't matter if I have money on my phone or on my card. They don't take my payment methods.
It's
So,
different here.
yeah.
Okay. But now that you've come out of the airport,
Yeah.
you've come in, where have you been so far since you've been here? I know it's only been a couple days, but like, what have you experienced so far?
So our first night we went to Marcus Restaurant, the rooftop, which was really nice.
Okay.
And then Monday we went to Ottawa Park.
Nice.
And then
The museum, Ottawa Museum.
Yeah, Ottawa Museum. Sorry, so that was Saturday. We went to Marcus. Sunday we went to church at Bezar.
Okay.
And then after that, so my fiance is Garagi, so we went to a Garagi restaurant
Nice.
Sunday night where they have like the dancing on stage. It was nice.
Oh,
And
like the
food.
cultural dances
Yes.
and okay.
It was really nice.
Did you try kitfo?
Yeah.
Since he's garage.
Cook.
Okay. The cooked kitfo.
The
Okay.
cooked kitfo, and we had Goldman.
Nice. Garage Gourmet.
Yeah, like tips, like Awazi tips.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it was a good experience. And then we had the I think it's like the honey wine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Tej, I believe.
I think it's that. Yeah. So we all like shared that. I'm not like a big drinker, but
Yeah.
it's cool. And so that was Sunday. And then Monday we went to Ottawa Museum, which was really nice and insightful. And then after that we went to a couple malls, like Century Mall and then Ambassador Mall. Just walked around, had food, and then it's like a chill day.
Okay,
and now
good.
today's Tuesday, and we're going to Unity Park today.
Nice. Okay, so that first airport experience didn't like taint your entire view of the country.
I think honestly, like, it's just a learning experience.
Yes.
Because, like, you're not going to like the UK or Europe or like he's like laughing at us. A place where they take like mobile, like e-payments, electronic payments,
Right.
like, and
Exactly.
you also want to carry cash.
Yeah, carry cash. That's a good lesson to learn.
Carry like at least $100 on you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that will help. Like whether it's for a cab, whether it's for a visa, food, like just something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you went to the Ottawa Museum. I've been there. My husband and I went, and I felt such like national pride for Ethiopia, even though I'm not Ethiopian. But then also pride as a black person, you know, identifying as a person of color. Like I just felt like proud, you know, of my people and what we accomplished. Like, did you feel that, or what was your experience at the museum?
Yeah, it was nice to see like all of their victories and like where they started to like where they are now. Like there's like in the museum, there's like a wall where it talks about like from like the war up until they became like how the African Union was like this here now. So just to see like it does give you like a sense of like, wow, like y'all did that, like y'all really fought, even like when it comes to like the Italians and like how like the whole raw meat thing started. Yeah, it was pretty nice to see.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you go outside and see the statues of Menelik and his wife Kaiju?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent experience. If you haven't been, I definitely recommend checking that out.
And then there's like there's a guide. Did you guys go with a guide?
We didn't have a guide.
Okay, yeah.
I guess it was available, but
yeah, it was like a group tour. So you can buy your tickets online or in person. It's like a group tour. You have like a guide, takes you through the whole like space and explains everything.
oh,
and
that
I'm
would have
hard.
been nice actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm hard.
Yeah, but like on like the different statues, like they're in Amharic and then it's in English. So like as he's talking, you can like read along.
Okay, that's awesome. Very cool. Okay, so kind of switching gears a little bit. You said you're from the DMV area in Maryland specifically. What is your life like in the U.S.? Like your personal life, and then also just in general, what is life like in the U.S. like at this time?
Yeah, so very comfortable.
Right. Okay. As compared to.
No, so like I work remote for the government there, so very chill. Yeah, very, get up and I feel like, very comfortable. Like I'm from there. I used to live in Texas, so it's just like, it's pretty much like the same. Like wake up, work, school, church, friends, family type of thing. Everything is like very readily accessible to you. Everybody speaks English. Like that's been a culture shock here. Like And but no, it's decent.
Yeah. How would you say, now that you've had a couple days, like maybe it's not fair because you haven't had a whole lot of time in Ethiopia, how would you say life there compares to life here?
I feel like it's definitely more slower here. Like I was just and not like slow as in like, oh, it's so slow,
Of
but
course,
like
slower
like,
pace,
like slower
relaxed.
pace, relaxing. Like I was like, oh, people just outside walking. Where are they going? And my fiance was just like, they're just having a walk. They just go for a walk. I'm like,
Right.
And usually, like in the U.S., whether you're like New York, Chicago, or something, or even like D.C., you're walking to get somewhere, whether it's to work, to school, to like a business. And I'm sure people do that here.
Yeah.
But it's more like common, just like, oh, let's go take a walk. Let's just go outside. Let's go get a coffee. I've seen a lot of people we're just having a coffee. Like we're just relaxing and just enjoying the day, thankful for the day. Stuff like that. I would say it's more family oriented here. Like people like want to be together. Like it's not really very independent here. Like, and I'm not sure if that's with every Ethiopian family, but like it seems like my fiance's family, they kind of like being together. Like
That is cultural.
okay,
Yeah.
let me
Family
help
is
you
very
out.
close.
Yeah,
Yes.
let me help you out. Is this okay? How did like when the dress was being made? How did the dress work out? You need anything? Like very like attentive and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. So now that you've had a little taste of Ethiopia, could you see yourself living here permanently?
I only if like I don't know if like yes, but like it would have to come with like better employment opportunities for not me, child. I'm cooped up in the house with kids. No,
That's hilarious.
no, yeah, like I feel like the people that work in Ethiopia, like they work so hard, and like when you see it in like the customer service, like the restaurants, the hotels, but the pay doesn't really match up to like the effort that they're doing. So the pay would have to be better, or like having some, I don't know, like when BRICS is going to be implemented, that would be great. So they're not always looking for like the dollar.
Yeah.
And then also, or if you're like working like remote or something. I do work remote, like, you know, so that's nothing. I work for like the government. So I can work within the US, but I can't take government equipment outside of the US.
Right.
But if I had a job where working remote and I was able to work from anywhere, yeah, I would have just like during our engagement, I would have just been here. But because I like the way of life here. But yeah, until like that happens or in place, better remote job from anywhere or better pay with people who actually work here, then maybe not quite.
Yeah. I could see that, you know, the slower pace of life is for me better here than it is in the US. Like you said, it's hustle and bustle in the US. Like if you're walking to get somewhere. Whereas here you can kind of take it easy, relax, enjoy life itself, and not only be focused on like, you know, work. But at the same time, I do see the wealth gap in Ethiopia is widening. And like you said, the people are working hard. They're doing jobs, and for many people, they can't even find a job. You know, and I think that's hard. You know, to be here. And so, if the opportunities were better for locals, I think it would make even the rise of the country and of the city even better. You know what I mean? And I'm hopeful that with the new buildings and hotels and stuff that's coming up, that it will bring jobs, you know?
Yeah. And I find that like my fiance, he works in tech, and like he makes decent money for like to support himself, his family, like all that stuff. But he like in the US, he's doing like 5 people's jobs. Like in the US, if you are a coder, you're not doing digital marketing, you're not doing back end this, back
and
like
accounting. And all that.
He's doing all of that for just one, you know, whatever pay they give him. And it's just like, you know, it creates like a good work ethic, but it's also like working, and you know what, after 6 days a week, because yeah, in Ethiopia they work 6 days a week there, Saturdays.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think some people, you know, I guess we do have 5-day work weeks in the U.S. and you know, you'll have 2 days off somewhere. It may not be the weekend, but okay. Okay, so now that we're kind of talking about your fiance a little bit, you are going to be marrying an Ethiopian man. I'm married to an Ethiopian man, and you're a Black American. Are there any cultural differences between the two of you that make things more challenging, or that make it maybe better in some ways, like, you know?
Yeah, and I think the main thing is that Ethiopian men are like provider men, or not sure if that's for the whole continent.
Yeah, we don't want to generalize, but the ones that we know.
And I'm not sure if that's the whole continent of Africa or whatever, but like just like wanting to like serve you, make sure you're okay, like, are you happy, are you healthy, are you eating, do you need anything, what can I get you, like, and I'm just like,
so true.
Yeah, I'm just like, and sometimes I can have like a resting face. Do you know, like resting,
I know what you're talking
blank
about.
face, and he's like, you're not happy, what's wrong? I'm like, I am happy. Like, literally. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe that's just life in the U.S. You just be kind of just always mean mugging all the time.
Exactly. We're just uptight in every way. Our face,
and so like that has been like different to, like, you know, black my face, but also like allowing someone to provide and like help you, and like wanting to serve, and like because I've been like so like go independent woman for like a very long time, and especially like getting married later in life, like I'm 29, so like people consider that later, like you kind of just like have your own routine, and like I've been doing this by myself for a while, so it's like, you know, relaxing and letting someone like do things for you, so that has been like an adjustment in itself. Like, it's not as easy as folks may think it is, and I would say like more passionate with like how they speak to you, how like just like their everyday, like everything's very intentional with them, like with the, again, I don't want to generalize, but like with him, so
in our experience,
so I would say it's been very good, very positive.
Okay.
It also has shown like me, like, oh wow, I'm actually like not as, like, I have selfish ways, like I don't know, like life in the U.S. you can do like it's all about you, like how can I get to the next level, how can, like, and then just that
independent culture we come from. There, I think there will be some adapting on both ends, you know, like we come from a very independent society.
Go ahead. You off, because like we were at the this could sound so bad, we were at the Ottawa Museum yesterday. I had a water, you know, we're walking around, and some kid was coughing, and he was holding my water. He was like, he just gave the kid the water. I was like, I was like, my water? The kid's just drinking it, and they didn't have, others didn't have no water. And he was like he needed some water.
Right.
And I was just like a little hurt by it. I was like, let me chill, because this kid clearly needed it more than I did. So like just like very sharing and like giving and stuff like that.
Exactly. And you know, there's some things that I think that Ethiopians can learn from us, and there's also things we can learn from them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of being a little bit more like chill, go with the flow kind of person, you know, because that's not how we grew up or where we came from.
Yeah,
you know?
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Like, I like me having like, where are we going? Who's gonna be there?
Right.
What's happening? I need to know. And she's like, honey, just relax. Like, everything is set in stone.
Exactly.
Like,
well, that's good. So I think in some ways, do you feel that Africa can be healing for us in some ways coming here?
Yeah, like how we were always meant to be, like like our original design, especially as women. I would say that.
Yeah, I definitely have felt that, you know, a bit of healing, and just even in my own identity, you know, just recognizing like Black is beautiful, you know, and it's nice being around our people, other Black people, you know, because in the States it's not always the case. Like,
Yeah.
yes, there are black communities, but we are the minority.
Yeah, and there's so many different like in college campuses, Black Student Union, or like the, I don't know, like Nigerian community. They like just certain community for like certain like black people, just to feel like they aren't alone in a world that's like very, you know, socialized around European like cultures.
Yeah. Wow. I never thought of it like that, you know, but that's so true.
Just the need to feel
included. What is it? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like why that is even a thing. Because we were not being celebrated at one point.
Exactly. And the people who feel like it's not necessary already feel included.
Yeah.
Anyways, so all right, how much time left do you have in Addis?
So I'm leaving on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so about Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Yeah, about 4 more days.
Okay, cool. So I'm sure you got a lot of fun things that are still planned.
Yeah.
Last question, because I know that you got to go out and do the rest of your stuff for the day. Do you think that you would come back to Ethiopia, even if it's not to live, but just, you know, to come back here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely there's not a lot you can do within 1 week of being here. So there's still a lot of experience. I want to take Amharic classes. Like, I'm marrying an Ethiopian man.
Yeah.
Like, his mother doesn't speak full English. Like, his sisters and, you know, his siblings. But I do want to learn the language, learn the culture. Like, I want to take cooking classes.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely want to be back.
So it's only been a week, but there's much more to explore.
Yes,
definitely. All right, cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview with Jasmine. Do you have any social media handles or things that you want to promote?
No.
Nothing. Okay. Anyways, you can find her on my channel.
I'm a box.
You can see her here on this channel, on this video. Make sure you guys like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.